Hi, my name is Betsy Seward and welcome back to this episode of the Butetown Buzz and Beyond. We are all over the city in this episode as we explore the future of AI music by putting it to the test. We'll talk about some good news for Cardiff rugby fans, and if you are interested in creating your own professional podcast, we have the story just for you. We'll have those stories and more. This episode of the Butetown Buzz and Beyond starts right now. Throughout the broadcast today, we'll be coming to you from different parts of the city, as for once, the sun is shining. Starting off today, we have a story about a new AI technology that has a lot of people talking. Reporter Noah Neal has this story.
We are always looking for ways to use new technology in our broadcast, whether it's designing a microphone handle using a 3D printer or presenting the weather forecast using virtual production technology. For this edition of the Butetown Buzz, we had an idea. What if we created our new show opening using AI music? But not all of our staff was convinced that this would be a good idea. AI music. Artificial intelligence is capable of creating music that sounds so real and amazing, like it was made from these guitars, but actually it was made from artificial intelligence. That's a good thing, or is it? Our show opening team went to work using the website suno.com. Not only will Suno create the music, but it can also write the songs that go with the music.
It's taught off like the basic stuff.
I got the feeling that the opening team was not convinced that Suno could really create a decent song for the start of our show. So I decided to give it a try. Here's a test. I'm going to ask Suno.com, an AI music making website, to make a song about 2 chairs and a table in love. Let's see what it does.
2 chairs and a table in love.
I directed Suno to write the lyrics and create a country music and a hardcore rock version. To be honest, I was kind of impressed. It did actually write and perform a song about 2 chairs and a table in love. But how do professional musicians feel about all of this? We started with Leighton Jones, and if you watched the show The Voice, you know that Leighton knows a little bit about music.
I think AI is taking the soul out of everything, basically. But I'm a musician myself, and a singer, and a songwriter, and a producer. I enjoy that. I think AI takes the whole enjoyment out of everything, really.
On the other hand, professional musician Guy Evans has a completely different opinion.
I find AI fascinating. I think it can be used to generate new ideas.
I'm a little bit frightened because I've seen that some songs on Spotify that are produced entirely with artificial intelligence and people don't know if it's real or not.
Although we had a difference in opinion, there was one thing for certain. AI music is only going to get better and better, and it's more than likely here to stay. Reporting for the Butetown Buzz, I'm Noah Neal.
And then afterwards he says, right, what do you think of it? I said, that is absolutely brilliant. He says, that's not Chronics, that's me. I just used AI.
It's a beautiful, busy morning here in Cardiff. But if you're wondering, I'm sitting on a scooter right now that is over 60 years old. In our last episode, we talked about a segment that involved a group of young people who meet every Wednesday for a very special purpose. They are known as the Umbrella Allies.
The East Moors Youth Centre, run by the Cardiff Youth Services, is a busy place on most any night. But Wednesdays are unique. In one room, young people are learning new technologies like 3D printing and design. Elsewhere, in the main room, a group of future filmmakers are exploring the art and science of filmmaking.
What else are we supposed to redo?
And, in the middle of the centre, a large group of teens have gathered. They are the Umbrella Allies, and on Wednesdays, they engage in a role-playing game called Dungeons and Dragons.
Compared to the real world completely relies on logic that everyone's used to, and you're able to essentially go into this fantasy world that's incredibly different compared to real life.
Youth worker Nell Philp helps to run the Wednesday night sessions.
I think it's allowing them to have creative freedom, and a lot of these young people identify differently to how they do outside of this group, and they're their true authentic selves here. So I think it's allowing creative freedom and expression as well.
The East Moors Youth Centre is a safe space for young people who identify as LGBTQ. The welcome atmosphere here can be very different from the way some teens are treated in school.
I have had a lot of bullying in school, and I have been, called a lot of names just walking down the hallway. And, I'll be standing somewhere and the people I don't even know will come up to me and just say stupid stuff to me. and I just never really feel safe in the hallways because I have, been bullied a lot.
The Cardiff Youth Service and their youth workers strive to support the young people in our city by promoting their well-being, their social and emotional development, and by giving local teens a voice.
I just enjoy creating a space for young people to just be who they want to be.
We have some good news for sports fans, particularly fans of Cardiff Rugby and the Cardiff Arms. Daniel O'Connor has the big reveal.
Come on, lads, you got this. Oh, sorry. I used to coach these guys. Anyway, I'm here at the Cardiff Arms Park to discuss the lease. Originally, it was only supposed to last until 2025, but very graciously, the park's allowed to go until 2028. This means that teams like this will be able to play for the next 3 years. I'm Daniel O'Connor, reporting live from the Cardiff Arms Park. Oh, I just hit him. Back to you, Betsy.
Thank you, Daniel. In our Diff Opinion segment, the question for this episode is, what do you think about AI music?
It's a bit like a robot.
It's very repetitive, like it's not repetitive.
Yeah.
There's nothing exciting.
It's a fad. I mean, look at the movie industry, right? There's a big problem, right, with Hollywood and the movie industry, right? A lot of films came out and we went into the realm of special effects, yeah? We ruined a lot of films.
I wouldn't necessarily say I agree with it, just because then you're losing the true creativeness of the artists themselves.
And people don't know if it's real or not.
I have noticed how AI music is getting a lot better than it was before, more advanced.
If you are an aspiring radio podcaster or DJ, this story will amaze you. Paolo Bini has this segment from inside the Millennium Centre's radio platform studio.
Inside Cardiff's beautiful Wales Millennium Centre, a young person named Garisa had just begun her second ever live radio podcast. We're visiting Radio Platform, a radio station led entirely by young people aged 11 to 25. If you have a passion for live radio and podcasting, or if you just want to try something new, Radio Platform offers courses that train young people how to produce a professional level podcast or an actual radio program.
In Radio Platform today, we have lots going on. We've had a live show with one of our staff members, Garija.
Garija is on air right now doing an interview, and she's experiencing what it's like to be live.
It's always been nerve-wracking, may it be live or pre-record, but today specifically because I had my first guest interview, I was already nervous. I was like, oh my god, what if I blabber in between the show, but it went really well.
We asked Garija why she joined Radio Platform.
I've always wanted to be in the creative industry, but didn't really know how to get into these radio or TV kind of things. But in around October 23, I stumbled upon the radio broadcasting course here in Radio Platforms. I was like, this is it. I used to be shy and nervous, but after this course, I feel like I can now be more confident in doing certain things.
At the Butetown Buzz, we use audio and video to create our stories. We can only imagine how difficult it would be to just use audio.
On television, everything is visual. You can see what's happening, but on radio, you need to find different and inventive ways to demonstrate that.
You can check out Radio Platform on their website by Googling Radio Platform Cardiff. I'm Paolo Bini for the Butetown Buzz and beyond.
If you're counting down the days to spring and warmer weather, our reporter Abby Richards has some good news for you, coming to you from our virtual production weather studio.
Hello, I'm Abby from Butetown Buzz and I'm here with your weather. So, over here for Cardiff, it is 3 degrees and fortunately cloudy. But luckily, Wrexham, although it is 0 degrees, not the best, it is cloudy but with sun, so there's chance of warmth. But over here with London, 1 degrees, same as Cardiff unfortunately, very cold and cloudy. Please make sure you wear comfy layers, but don't worry, 43 days till spring. Hopefully it's sunny and warm.
We are already working on our next episode of the Butetown Buzz, and our reporter Cassidy West has a sneak preview.
A couple of weeks ago, music legend Ed Sheeran visited Cardiff. Speaking of Ed Sheeran, we have a story about a student named Cameron. Cameron had a once-in-a-lifetime chance to chat with recording superstar Ed Sheeran here in Cardiff 2 weeks ago, which he did, but forgot to do one important thing.
I've got an album under my belt, I've got an EP and I'm writing a second one, and I realised I hadn't told him my name, which is the only thing I needed to tell him for him to find me on Spotify, which I'm just absolutely devastated about.
There is some good news in that story though, so stay tuned.
That's it for this edition of the Butetown Buzz and Beyond. Thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time.